Let's make a Zaracap. So to make this Zaracap, we will need an Asoke of 27 inches length. This is, I'm using a medium cotton, a cotton Asoke, and the Asoke is 6.5 inches. So for this Asoke, if you divide it into two, it will be like 3 inches plus extra 2 lines. So for the marco, I am using 20 inches. Now, in order to make sure my marco fits perfectly, it is 3 inches, so I'm going to make it 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches, just to make sure. Just take something out from 3 inches, just to make sure that it doesn't get difficult for you to pull it in when you are finished preparing the base of your Zaracap. Now, after trimming it off, I went ahead to confirm the measurement. Okay, I think it is not 2.5, it is 2.5 plus a quarter inch, that is half of half. So I went ahead, my Zaracap base, I went ahead to sew it into two. I went ahead to sew it very at the edge. You sew it very tiny at the edge. This is not to take much of your the allowance for your Zaracap. So just make sure you are sewing it at the exact tips. Then after sewing this, you have to turn it over. You have to turn it over to make sure that you are using the perfect side for your Zaracap. So this is me using something to turn it out. Then you pull it and straighten it so that you can insert your Zaracap inside. Straighten it perfectly. Then for your marco, you go ahead to insert it into the Zaracap, but before then find the midpoint and give it a slight notch. This will help you to know when you have reached the center. This is my own method. I don't know for others, but this is how I do my own in order to ensure. Then also I'm going to fold the Zaracap base or the cover into two and try to make a mark so that I will know when that particular notch on the mark gets to that point, then I will know that it has gotten to the center. That is, both of them are fitted perfectly center to center. I don't need to make mistakes, so I always try to have a way to perfect my works. So now that center part has gotten to the particular part where I need to check if it's aligned with the center of the cover. So here I am pulling it back to get to the particular place where I folded to know the center. So this is it. It has perfectly aligned with the fold. So I'm going to straighten it out, then fold the inside in and sew it to make your work neat. You don't want to have threads all over the places. So I'm going to fold it just half an inch, sew it up, and do the same for the other side. I will go ahead and do the same for the other side after trimming my the sides of the base. You tuck in half an inch again and sew it in. Then I'm going to fold it into two and sew them together. Make sure you turn it on the wrong side so that when you turn it back, it will be on the right side. So you can see the measurement 12 into 2 is 24 inches. So this size is 24 inches. You can do 23, you can do 22, depends on the measurement or how comfortable your customer wants it. But most people do 23. And for a small head, they do 22.5 or 22. So this is it. The Kazara is ready. I go ahead to get a. Now for the design at the back of the Zaracap, I'm going to get another Asoke piece, maybe one length, and sew it again, and I'm going to use it to design the back of the Zara. So I'm just sewing it into so that the ends will be easier for me to print it at the back. After sewing it, I'm going to also fold it in a bit at the edges in order to make sure that uh, it doesn't remove, and it is very neat at the ends. So later in the video, you're going to see how we're going to use this piece of Asoke to create a rose at the back. Stay tuned. You can use whatever length you want. You can use 50, 60, 80, 90. The bigger the material, the bigger your rose. So feel free to experiment and do whatever you feel like. So now we get to the part, the most interesting part, the part where we cut the design in the floral. So this is pieces of Asoke that I've cut into two. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 pieces of the Asoke. I'm using plain and a pattern style, so it gets interesting. Then for the first layer, I'm using 27 inches. So for this, I'm going to cut 21 inches first. I want to cut out the foam because I want to show you the difference between the thickness of a foam and using a wording for it. So for the 27 inches, we are using a 25 inches for foam or wording to ensure that you have a free space at each end in order to make sure your work wraps up perfectly. So I'm going to use that as a guide to bring out a wording for the other ones. The wording is 1 inches in width. Make sure it is 1 inches. So now you cut for the other sizes that you have. Normally I do 27 inches times 2. I do like 30 inches times 2, 32 inches times 2, and maybe 35 inches. So it depends on what you have and how you want it. Now you can see the thickness of the foam and the feather. So when we are wrapping up, we're going to see how the thickness affects the appearance of the work. So for me personally, after doing this for some time, I think I prefer the wording. It makes it flat, it makes it more neat, and makes it more firm. The foam is still good if you want, or if that's what you have available where you are. Why I use the foam is just in case you are not able to see wording in your place, you can get a flat foam. So yes, let's wrap it up and see the difference. I am wrapping this first one with a foam. So to wrap it, place it at the middle, then use a gum, apply it, and fold it in. Make sure you fold it neatly and flatly so it looks neat and doesn't look messed up. And especially be careful with the gum so you don't mess up your work. Then you go ahead, turn the other side and apply a gum on the foam to make it stay. You can also do this before folding to make it stay in place while you apply gum to the edge of the other side and fold it in to wrap properly. So here it is, wrapped up properly. This I'm using the foam here. So for the next one, I'm going to wrap the wording so we see the difference in the thickness. So I'm using wording for this one, like I said. Let's compare the thickness so you know which one is best for you. Remember, the wording is going to have at least 1.5 or 2 inches space on the sides or the edges before wrapping so that it helps your work stay in place perfectly and doesn't look bulky at the place. So now you can see how sleek it is with the wording. Very flat and sleek. Make sure you cover everywhere so it doesn't open. Now look at the thickness. You can see the foam is bulky while the wording is flat. So please, when you're making yours, decide which one is best for you. But for me, I still prefer the flat wording effect. So I always use wording, but I had to use phone to demonstrate so that you all will know. If you don't have an option of a wording, you can use a flat foam and you still get a good result. But personally, I think if I am to use a foam, I am going to press it down to make sure it flattens as much as possible before I use it for the. So you go ahead and wrap up the rest of the wording or the foam in your case. In case you are using a foam, this is how you wrap the remaining ones. So watch as I do it. It is pretty simple. This is a style you can create in less than 45 minutes. You are done.
So I am done wrapping it all. I will get my Zaracap and get a dummy, place it on the head of the dummy, and I will start designing the Zaracap. So for the first one, you're going to get your smallest size. In my case, I have 27 as my smallest size. So I'm going to place it around the Zaracap. First of all, use a gum to hold it down so that when you place it, it's going to hold immediately. So you have to be as fast as possible. Put it at the midpoint of the Zaracap. This is to give you a starting point. Just watch this video and you're going to get it perfectly well. Then after that, you get the second one, and try to always know the center of your work. It will help you a lot when determining where to start to put it or how to place it, so you don't have one side bigger than the rest. And this is gonna work. You can't afford to put it and remove it again. So this one, when you put it, you raise it slightly above the other one. You can see how it is on my own, slightly above, and before you do, please check well and for your placement before you put your gum, because this work, once you put your gum, you can't remove it again, so you have to be very careful. If you remove it, that place is going to be stained with gum. So you raise it slightly above, just with maybe, say, is it up to half an inch? Then on the other side, you pull it. For this side, one side is going up while one side is going down. So for this side, it is going up, the other side is going down. You can see this side is going down. You go down by half inch, and you continue placing the rest of it that way. One side goes up, one side goes down. But the most important thing to note is that it grows it up at above or below with half inch. This is to ensure that that height the bulging height in front, you can achieve it. So we just watch the video, see what I am doing, and you get the same result.
By now you can see our design is already coming out. It's giving the perfect look. It's giving Odogwu's look. It's coming out, and by the time we finish the last of our pieces, it will look more beautiful. So just keep watching. And if you have not subscribed at this point, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please hit that like button, turn on your post notification, follow this channel, and subscribe to our channel, because this is your way of encouraging us to post more detailed video. So this is me placing the last one, and you can see our design is really beautiful. It's beautiful. The color is superb. So the next we're going to do is to go over to the back and start adding our roses. So you're going to add gum to the side in order to secure the tips of all the things you've placed there before you start inviting people. So I'm going to have to get the last band and do this loop design with it, just to have that touch of more creativity in it. You can skip it if you want, but if you add it, it's still fine. It also depends on what your customer wants, so feel free to experiment. So now after adding that loop, I'm going to get the material from my rope and print it and tack it before adding it to the piece. This is to ensure that it is very neatly done. I don't need to go in and out of my mark all the time. I just want to do it ahead and place it and attach it to the point where it will not hold.
Now, if you have any question, you can drop your question in the comment section for this tutorial and let me know what you think. Do you find this tutorial helpful? Do you find it easy to understand? Is there something you don't understand? So guys, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Please share, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. You can enjoy the rest of the tutorial because this is almost the end. Enjoy it and thank you for checking on this page or hitting the subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So here is our finished look. The back looks so gorgeous. So let's see the front. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I really love it. I really love it. It's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. This is just the back. So here is the front. Oh my god. So this is it, guys. The Senegalese Zaracap. It's a very good design. So for more trainings or from proper trainings, you can send me a message on WhatsApp 080354055. We offer online trainings and physical trainings on for training of all kinds: Zaraka, autogele, hand fans, bouquets, hearts, fascinators. Feel free to DM me. And please, thank you for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you so much.